today's field test, we'll be trying out the Samsung NX500 with professional photographer and amateur mycologist Eric Johnson. With Eric, we'll take a trip into the forests of Washington State in the search of edible mushrooms, capturing some scenes along the way. After harvesting our bounty, we'll take our mushrooms back to Seattle, where chef and food photographer Aran Goyoga will give us some tips on food styling and photography. And then, we'll eat. So we're here with the Samsung NX500. I know you've had it for a few days. You brought a lot of lenses out with us today. What kind of pictures are you planning to take today?
I'm looking at trying to make different types of pictures, from macro pictures of the mushrooms to us as foragers through the branches, landscape obviously, it's a beautiful place. So I'm just trying to see what the camera can do for a bunch of different locations and variations.
This is a secret location, right?
It's a secret location, so you've been blindfolded and now you're here.
Eric Johnson is a professional photographer focused on the impact of humans on the environment. Based in Seattle, he teaches photography at the University of Washington. His most recent work, the Mushroom Camp Project, explores the world of wild mushrooms, from the secretive ways of professional foragers to high-stakes mushroom auctions in Japan. He is an avid mushroom forager who spends many weekends in the woods with his friends and family. I haven't been mushroom foraging before. I like mushrooms, but I wouldn't know how to choose one that was going to kill me versus one that was going to make a good meal. I mean, what?
You should never eat anything that you can't identify positively.
That's a good rule for life.
And if it's moving, don't pick it.
The Samsung NX500 is a mid-range interchangeable lens camera. It offers a lot of the same still and video features as its high-end cousin the NX1, but in a smaller and considerably less expensive body. Compared to the NX1, the NX500 lacks a built-in viewfinder, and its maximum frame rate is slower at 9 frames per second compared to 15. Importantly though, the NX500 inherits the NX1's very capable autofocus system and 28 megapixel APS-C format sensor. Both cameras can shoot 4K video, but footage is cropped by 2.4 times when shooting in this mode on the NX500. Ergonomically, the NX500 is a mixture of the classic and the modern. A good range of external controls makes it a pleasure to shoot manually, while a very responsive touchscreen makes it easy to adjust settings. Are we near there yet?
Nope. So we just found our first chanterelle.
I'm kind of interested in this macro lens. It's got some image stabilization, which sounds pretty cool under these low light conditions.
What I like to do is to simply cut it at the bottom of the stock as close as you can. That way, all of the chanterelles that are around here, they'll continue to come up, keep coming back to this spot.
The chanterelle, one of the things I love about it is it's got this beautiful color which stands out. This looks like, yeah, it's fall, it's gold. Let's pick this thing and eat it, you know?
The NX500's multi-mode hybrid autofocus system uses phase detection and contrast detection, which allows the camera to focus quickly and accurately even in low light conditions. A total of 205 phase detection AF points covers 90% of the imaging area, so subjects can be tracked across a wide area of the frame.
I wanted to try and make a portrait of you, if you're all right with it. Sort of walking through this space here, and I'm going to use the 85mm, I think, to try and flatten out that space.
This looks like the kind of mushroom I was always told you shouldn't eat. It's bright red.
Yeah, this is a lobster mushroom. It gets its name because it has a sort of aroma of shellfish.
So Eric, we've got this particularly photogenic looking mushroom here in front of us in a slider setup. What is it you're going to try and do in this shot?
Well, we're going to test out the 4K capabilities of the camera, show what the mushroom is looking like in the environment. The zoom focus function is really pretty handy. I can really get in on the edge of my focus, that part of the mushroom, and see it, and then pull back to see the overall shot.
So how are you finding the camera?
I've really enjoyed using it so far. It's a lot more lightweight than what I'm typically used to carrying in the field, and so even with this big 85mm lens on there, it's hanging around my neck with a bucket full of mushrooms. It's been pleasant so far. I'm able to take a lot more photographs. The screen's awesome, so I'm able to see things really quickly. It's really bright. Mushroom hunting, you're down on the ground a lot. You're seeing things from a much lower perspective. So this camera's awesome because it sort of replicates that experience, that perspective.
All right, Eric, we have an incredible haul of mushrooms here, and I think we have a lot of pictures between us too. So what happens next?
Next, we're going to hopefully take them to get cooked by somebody that knows a lot better what to do with them than I do.
The following day, we headed down to Pike's Place Market to do some shopping with chef, food stylist, photographer and blogger Aaron Goyoga. Brought up in the Basque Country in Spain, Aaron has a lifelong fascination with food and cooking. Her studio doubles as a fully functional kitchen, and tonight we'll be cooking, taking photographs and hosting a small dinner party. Well, Aaron, thank you for welcoming us to your kitchen studio. What do you normally do in this space?
So I host workshops, I host other photographers, I do cookbook shoots, restaurant shoots, so things that are all around recipe development and food styling and photography. I was trained as a chef. I think I have a very special relationship with food, and photography is just a medium. It really is very natural. There's no tricks. It's just about cooking, representing food in a very organic way, as you would eat it as it's cooked.
Okay, so we've got the lobster mushrooms and the chanterelles that we foraged. Talk us through the shoot. How's it actually going to go?
We're going to photograph the mushrooms and the raw steak, and then we're going to do a little bit of shooting the process of cooking. We're going to do some still lifes of the actual finished dishes, and then dinner.
Mushrooms are pretty slow moving, but not when they're being chopped and prepared for the table. I took this opportunity to try out the NX500's fast capture rate of 9 frames per second. The only downside to this feature is the very limited burst depth in RAW mode, but switching the camera to JPEG means you can shoot extended bursts without hitting the buffer.
Here we have a marble piece that's kind of cool colors, and these are warm colors. There's got to be something kind of in between to bring those two tones maybe together. Maybe a little fabric that would soften it. And then I think a macro lens would be the ideal for this, just because you can get all the ribs and details right there and the shadows. Well, I think that's cool.
That looks great. Thank you very much.
After shooting the raw ingredients, Aaron worked to prepare the first course, the chanterelle soup, garnished with herbs, microgreens, and a splash of walnut oil. Moving quickly, we set up some still lifes of the finished dish before it got cold. Watching Aaron work was fascinating. Most photographers think much more about what is in the frame than they do about tone and colour. But Aaron's compositions aren't traditional and rely on the subtle play of tones in the food and the surfaces on which it is placed. Good food photography makes you want to eat, but Aaron's clean, stylish work also sells a lifestyle.
If I'm composing, I always start with no props, and then I look at it and then I build. Do I need a spoon? Do I need a napkin?
We've photographed the dishes. Now what comes next?
We're gonna set a table and we're gonna eat.
That sounds great.
It's been a fun couple of days working with Eric and Aaron. It's rare on these field tests that we get to eat what we've shot, but everything came together very nicely.
Hi!
The Samsung NX500 is a very different camera to the NX1, despite their shared features. Its smaller size and lighter weight make it a better camera for everyday shooting, while the advanced AF system, high-quality sensor and refined ergonomics deliver excellent results in all of the settings in which we used it. Until next time, I'm Barney Britton from dpreview.com. Bon appetit!
QI Wireless Solar Power Bank by Blever. Package contents: wireless power bank, user manual, compass kit, and cable. Type-C and micro USB input, USB and wireless output. How to use: connecting your devices to the USB port with included cable. Place your phone on the key area. Press down the power button. The green charging indicator flashes, and the charger will automatically charge your phone. Blever Solar Wireless Power Bank is equipped with dual flashlights. Long press the power button to turn on or turn off the flashlight. IPX4, splash-proof, shock-proof, dust-proof, sturdy, durable, portable. Always ready to go. Blever Power Bank is a great company for traveling, climbing, riding, business trip, holiday vacation, an awesome gift idea for families or friends. Wireless charger, solar charger, power bank, dual flashlights, compass kit ring, one for 5 purposes. A Laver power bank has passed the UL 2056 tests and gained Total Quality Assurance certificate. Laver.